Thank you for joining Wars of the Rosies, and this is Dispensations of Religion from the Encyclopedia of Freemasonry by Albert G. Mackey. Dispensations of Religion. An attempt has been made to symbolize the pagan, the Jewish, and the Christian dispensations by a certain ceremony of the master's degree, which dramatically teaches the resurrection of the body and the immortality of the soul. The reference made in this ceremony to portions of the first, second, and third degrees is used to demonstrate the difference of the three dispensations in the reception of these two dogmas. It is said that the unsuccessful effort in the entered apprentice degree refers to the heathen dispensation, where neither the resurrection of the body nor the immortality of the soul was recognized. That the second unsuccessful effort in the fellowcraft degree refers to the Jewish dispensation. Though the resurrection of the body was unknown, the immortality of the soul was dimly hinted, and that the final and successful effort in the master's degree symbolizes the Christian dispensation, in which, through the teachings of the Lion of the tribe of Judah, both the resurrection of the body and the immortality of the soul were clearly brought to light. This symbolism, which was the invention of a peripatetic lecture in the South about 50 years ago, is forced and fanciful in its character, that it did not long survive the local and temporary teachings of its inventor, and is only preserved here as an instance of how symbols, like metaphors, may sometimes run mad. But there is another symbolism of the three degrees, as illustrating three dispensations, which is much older, having originated among the lecture makers of the 18th century, which for a long time formed a portion of the authorized ritual, and is still repeated with approbation by some distinguished writers. In this, the three degrees are said to be symbols in the progressive knowledge which they impart of the patriarchal, the Mosaic, and the Christian dispensations. The first are entered apprentices degree, in which but little Masonic light is communicated, and which, indeed, is only preparatory and introductory to the two succeeding degrees, is said to symbolize the first, or patriarchal dispensation, the earliest revelation, where the knowledge of God was necessarily imperfect, his worship only a few simple rites of devotion, and the religious dogmas merely a general system of morality. The second, or fellowcraft system, is symbolical of the second, or Mosaic dispensation, in which while there were still many imperfections, there was also a great increase of religious knowledge and a nearer approximation of divine truth, with a promise in the future of a better theodicy. But the third, or master's degree, which, in its original concept before it was dismembered by the innovations of the Royal Arch, was perfect and complete in its consummation of all Masonic light, symbolizes the last, or Christian dispensation, where the great and consoling doctrine of the resurrection to eternal life is the crowning lesson taught by its divine founder. This subject is very fully treated by the Reverend James Watson in an address delivered at Lancaster, England in 1795, and contained in Jones' Masonic Miscellanies, page 245. Better, I think, by him than even by Hutchinson. Beautiful as this symbolism may be, and appropriately fitting in all its parts to the law of symbolic science, it is evident that its origin cannot be traced further back than to the period when Masonic was first divided into three distinct degrees. Nor could it have been invented later than the time when Masonry was deemed, if not an exclusively Christian organization, at least to be founded on and fittingly illustrated by Christian dogmas. At present, this symbolism, though preserved in the speculations of such Christian writers as Hutchinson and Oliver, and those who are attached to their peculiar school, finds no place in the modern cosmopolitan rituals. It may belong as an explanation to the history of Masonry, but can scarcely make a part of its symbolism. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and comment. And if you can, please consider donating to Wars of the Rosies. Links to PayPal and Patreon are in the description. Thank you so very much.